Now, orthophone is using different contact line is here. That's orthophone. And the best sounding is right at 90 degrees because that's the stylus shape is similar to the cutter. So cutter has 92 degrees this way. Orthophone. Orthophone, you see. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is cantilever angle. You like the picture? It's a jewelry for hi-fi. But remember, VGA is from this point to 6 millimeters away. So it will be like 28 degrees, 27 and a half. But, you know what? We don't care what is the angle here. If this one is close to 90, we like it. Oh, okay. The sequence is not right. You can see the wear. That picture was taken many years ago. I was just experimenting, but you can see flatness already in the groove on the. This is front view. Okay. This is the side view, and that's how it should be measured. You measure this angle of the, and then you can calculate, very simple formula, the bisectional, it means in the middle between those two lines, that will give you 92.9 degrees. Now, sorry, Mr. Helmut, we like each other, but you can see that contact line is 87.6. This one is DB, Dynavector 20, high output, and this one is the best. I worked many hours to put the light. This is not artificially generated computer. This is reflection. That's the contact line. This is side view, and you can see micro ridge stylus, which is used by bands. Very critical in stylus rake angle because that line is reading precisely the groove walls. Now, it's on internet, there is a chart like this. If you know, total effective mass will talk, and we know compliance, but whatever manufacturers specify, it's not exactly except Lyra. Lyra is specifying, they know what they are doing. Then you can use it and calculate fundamental resonance. And fundamental resonance, it means flexibility of the cartridge and mass effective total. Cartridge Tonearm hardware, it should be between 8 Hertz and 12 Hertz. You can use test records with this modulation and figure out what is your resonance. Linear tracking tonearms, due to very high mass in horizontal plane, they can go below 4 Hertz resonance. That's the micro ridge front. It's not worn out. It has special ribs, micro ridge. Here is the ridge and here is the ridge. Again, another, that shows exactly that contact line reflecting is in the middle between front and back. That's, I'm showing this for one purpose, that you can buy for 20, 30, 40 euro Chinese-made USB microscope. And that's what you get. It's, somebody took picture, John B, I don't know, but then I zoomed in, I put lines. I don't trust it. I don't trust picture. I don't know how was it mounted. What angle? So you can start from magnifying glass to justify shank. Is it 90 degrees or less? You can buy inexpensive USB, connect to computer, locate it, focus. You can get some picture. Feel free to send. If somebody will take picture, please email, and I'll do this process for free because that man told me help. And another beautiful picture. Sorry, the style. You see, that area is contact area. It's slightly worn out, so the light is slightly wider. one fellow took a picture and he said, Wally, I have stylus rake angle like 110 degrees. I said, what stylus you have? Bigger. He thought that this is stylus rake angle. No, no, no. This is contact line. It's not in the middle. It's not bisectional line. Now, this one is 2000 magnification with German optics. And this is front view, and I put simulated. It's a brand new cartridge. So there is no flatness here, no flatness, but the geometry of stylus is very, very nice. And now we have in Minneapolis the cutting company, the lacquer cutting company. And they're using sapphire, it's the same in German, sapphire, because it's only $100 stylus, but look how sharp it is. And everything is perfect. And here's Neumann, that fellow, Neumann, lathe, and head and everything, and microscope. And he invited me, so now he is cutting also 92 degrees, and he said this is the best optimum for removing chip. So I have some satisfaction out of that. This will be terrible if we have playback in the cartridge. It will be recutting. I started to do pictures, to take pictures, which is not easy, from the bottom. From the bottom. And look, this is the body of stylus, not very precisely installed. And now I blew up that zenith. It means from the bottom view, and you can see the shank is not precise. I don't know even what was the brand of the cartridge, but the phase shift is here visible. Now we are ready for tracking force. Okay, with tracking force, be very careful when you measure tracking force for uni-pivot tonearms, because center of gravity is low, and if you don't measure at the level of the record, it's a different readout, because the center of gravity is, so the best way is to arrange your scale outside of the platter, side forces, anti-skating, skating, pivot. There is a tonearm. Because that angle, offset angle, the drag force, what is the drag force in drag? The force which is pulling, because it's rotating, so that force is going, it's not going through pivot. So if we look at the vector analysis, I don't want to go too much, it's moving stylus to the center. And that was a solution long time ago, that you put coin on top, it doesn't go, because it's stronger force. So in order to compensate skating force, we generate something to pull it out. And ladies and gentlemen, anti-skating function is not for the best sound. No, it's to balance the force. By the way, I didn't make an introduction about recording. If we have groove, here is the spindle, stereo recording, modulation this way of that wall, it's a left channel. Modulation this direction is right channel. So in mono, its modulation is that way. That's mono. Stereo is this way. So, because we have that skating, anti-skating force, the basic, the most important reason for anti-skating here is that when we have stylus, after 300 hours, 500 hours, the wear will be similar here and similar here. It's not sonic, it's just only to balance. So, because if we have too much wear on this side, then right channel will be deteriorated, will be damaged. Now, I'll demonstrate anti-skating. Dirk, I need your skillful hands. Just hold this one, okay? I'll be putting string on finger lift, so make sure that that device is very useful. First of all, to measure bearing resistance. And I'll show you right away. Okay, when you move, there is the wires are twisting. What I want to show, the plumb bob, this brass is for reference vertical, okay? And now watch, I will be engaging anti-skating. And the bottom bar is calibrated in percentage of the tracking force. So there are little dots. The optimum anti-skating should be between 10 and 15, depends on stylus shape and drag force and so. But you can see that anti-skating is pulling out. It's pulling out. Okay, we have anti-skating now. Azimuth. Are you familiar with this recording here? Left wall, closer to the platter spindle is left channel. This is right channel. So when stylus is reading, cartridge is reading, there is a left channel signal. But if we have a test record with 1,000 cycles and only reading left channel, there is some crosstalk. When you have device and you can use voltmeter with signal from the speaker cables, or you can use phosgometer developed in US, or use digital oscilloscope, that's what I do. But the idea is to measure first crosstalk, left channel to right channel. If crosstalk is 28 dB, and then we have right channel to left, we have 22 dB. The idea is to rotate cartridge if you have that function in the Tonearm. Idea is to have it similar, like 25, 25. But if you have case that it is 38 and 33, don't touch it. Anything above, bigger than 30, it's not audible. But some people say, oh, I adjusted 21 and 21. This is not so good. The staging is narrower. Because 10 and 10 is almost mono. So identical crosstalk is not as critical as having crosstalk above 30 decibels. Phosgometer, unfortunately, measures comparing only one left one to right one, but doesn't measure what is the real separation. And the only best is voltmeter or digital oscilloscope. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed to come to Krefeld. I really enjoyed to have you listening to me. And I am following whatever Lord told me. Help those goofy people who play vinyl. Thank you very much. See you next year, or maybe tomorrow at 1 o'clock.